I did put a little bit of food over there for her, and we'll put more over there after we're finished. I couldn't find her earlier, so I wasn't sure exactly where she was. She wasn't in the deadfall, and she wasn't in the white pine, or if she was hiding or sleeping. Honey had chased her up there earlier. So welcome to the worldwide viewers. Thank you, PTZ driver, for helping us today. And it is 77 right now, and I'm really hot. It's very warm here. We've been changing bears out and in all day today. The good thing is, if anybody would like to see the video, it should be online. Holly did get in the water today, just a little bit. She was in the pat tree twice and is currently in the cub tree, or in the white pine to the left or right, depending which way that you look, but to the side of the enclosure. When we did enrichment with Holly today, we had two goals. One, to keep her out front, and we see that it's working pretty well with having her out in front in the morning and then letting Ted out about 10 minutes after she's had time to kind of explore the front of the enclosure. We talked about the bear's reflection in the water. When bears are in the wild, they have that opportunity while lapping up water in a pond or in a clear stream or perhaps a lake to seeing their reflection in the water. We know that Holly didn't have that opportunity. She was taken from the forest when she was probably around 3-4 months old, so she really never probably experienced the fact that she could lap up water. She was nursing from her mother. She was then taken by the DNR 6 months later and put in a rehabilitation facility, and probably there too did not have the opportunity to view herself in any type of a reflection. So the reflection from the window here and seeing the folks moving around on the inside of the building frightens her. She doesn't know who that bear is that keeps following her both back and forth. Anywhere which way she goes, that little bear follows her, and it's kind of annoying to her, I'm sure. So sometimes she gets afraid and she runs, and today she did go up the tree. We had 39 children here this morning for the 11 o'clock broadcast, and the teachers that were with the children were thrilled because Holly was actually eye to eye with them, although many, many feet away. She was actually looking at them and they were looking at her. The amazing thing is that little Holly, for all the attention that she was receiving at that moment, didn't seem frightened by anything else except that Ted had come out and was now in the enclosure. She reacted very much like any other bear by kind of ignoring the fact that she was seeing people, but she was seeing them and she was eye to eye with them. We will continue working with her and getting her used to that reflection that she sees. She will hopefully soon ignore that and just play as Lucky did when he was a little one. We had a large cedar pile when Lucky was small, and Lucky enjoyed rolling around in it when we played with him. Holly isn't of Lucky's nature. She's older, and she really hasn't had the experience of having her tummy rubbed, although we do play a game with her called Tickle Belly, and we also say we're going to get your little bear butt. And that sounds kind of funny, but she reacts to it. She knows the words, and she gets very animated when we say them to her. We do this when she's in her enclosure, and the other day, just for getting her down out of the tree when she was afraid and climbed near the swing, I went over to her and I said, I'm going to get that little butt. I'm going to tickle that tummy. And she just zoomed down the tree, and I thought, boy, I'm in trouble now. But she just came to me for a little treat and then continued to watch Ted. Ted is a bear that we're going to try to introduce her to by having him out when she's doing her 11, 1, and 4 o'clock experiences. This will get her used to Ted. Ted currently is not paying any attention to her, but we hope that in the days to come that she'll find that Ted is a very nice bear and that he will be a good friend for her. Now, as for Lucky, well, what can I say about Lucky? Our 7-year-old trickster. He is such a gentle sweetheart, but we know that he really does want to play with Holly. I don't think he's going to be quite as gentle as Ted would be. So that's, one, an encouragement, but two, it's something to be watchful for because we, of course, as humans cannot play like Lucky and Ted can. So it will be a different experience, and she will have to learn the difference between bear play and human play. We'll bow out of it after we get her to the point where she really will listen to her name, and we can move her like we move the big bears, just by our words and a little bit of food. Right now, she is eating and loving grapes, of course. Red grapes are her current favorite, as are all the bears here. Got to be something in that stuff for them to like it so much, but they're cold, they're crisp, and juicy, so I'm sure that's a big treat on a hot day like this. Ted currently has his donut, which a tire donut, we call it a donut, and it has peanuts and cranberry in it. Ted likes that, and he's also eating some ground food that I put on there, which is just whole peanuts in a shell. They've really got accustomed to eating the shelled peanuts. It takes them a few seconds longer to crunch them up and eat them. But Ted can take 3 or 4 in his mouth, and he will chew them up, and he will digest the peanut and spit out the shell. Out pops the shell on the other side of his mouth. So he's pretty fluent in eating peanuts without using his paws to crack them. It's kind of neat to see the way they do that. We hope that you are still watching Holly. I see that she's moved down a little bit, I think. I see shadows too, so I'm not sure where she's moving at this point. But I'm going to try to come in. She's on the branch? Okay. Dee says she's on the branch, so I can't see it at this vantage point where she is. But I'm going to try to go up and I can't be on broadcasting and work with the bears at the same time. So I am going to go up and try to give her some grapes and some food so she has something in her tummy tonight. So unless you have questions, which I can't hear, and everyone almost has left the deck here, I can't hear questions from the inside. So if you do have them, I ask you to move outside and ask me. Other than that, I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you for watching, and if you keep the PTZ on us, I will be going up and trying to give Holly, coax her down out of the tree and get her out so she can eat some. After she eats, we'll be putting Ted back in and letting Honey and Lucky back out. So thank you for viewing today. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate everything you're doing. And remember, the half birthday can't happen without you folks. So we hope that you're voting, and I'm rooting for Holly to get the ice cream cone. I'm not being at all, I don't want to try to persuade anybody to vote any way different, but I think she'd be darn cute with that ice cream cone. But then so would Ted, so would Lucky, and so would Honey. So you all have your opportunities to vote on which bear gets which item, and that's at Bear Chat Picture Place. So thank you all. Do you folks have any questions? Holly is currently over here in the white pine, the dead tree that's over on top here. She's in the branches. You might move down farther and see her better. I will be working and trying to get her to come out a little bit. I just ask you to be quiet when we're working with her. So thank you, worldwide viewers. Thank you for supporting us. And it's 4 o'clock or 4:15 or so. I am signing off. Thank you all.